Hello and welcome back for some more Hearthstone Arena. We have our three choices here. We've played a mage, we haven't played a warrior or a priest, and like I said before, I hate priests, so I'm going to try to stay away from them whenever possible. I at least want to go through all the other heroes before I choose one of them. So I'm going to go with the warrior. I don't have a very good, track record for the warrior. Commanding Shout. I actually don't know this card. Your minions can't be reduced below 1 health this turn. Draw a card. That is a very good card. I'm going to take that straight away. I really like this Shattered Sun Clear because it's especially good in Arena. The Cruel Taskmaster can be pretty useful. It has decent utility of being able to do 1 damage and clearing out an enemy minion if you really need it, or just giving one of your minions +2 attack and triggering things like Wind Fury on a Raging Worgen, for example. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take that. So here we have, I'm not even going to consider this because I'm not a fan of Murlocs. I really don't like the Frostwolf Grunt, so I think I'll go with the Scarlet Crusader here. Amani Berserker would synergize really well with the Cruel Taskmaster. Slam's good for card draw, but I think I'll go for the synergy. And I kind of want to make an aggressive warrior deck because those seem to be the best option when you're building warrior decks. Is just go for straight up aggression. So Shield Bearer could give us some early defense. It would allow us to protect our Amani Berserker and our Cruel Taskmaster combo. So I mean, I'm not huge on Shield Bearer, but it has potential with what we have so far, so I guess I'll take it. Arcanite Reaper's a great card. Battle Rage, pretty decent. It's a little situational. Battle Rage would be really good if I could pick up like a Whirlwind or something like that, so I could clear out a lot of my opponent's minions and then slightly injure all of mine and then get a ton of card draw off of it. But Arcanite Reaper is such a good weapon, I'm just going to immediately take that. So we have another opportunity for Battle Rage. Bloodfriend Raptors, meh. Stone Tusk Boar I'm not a fan of, because I don't really have any direct way of buffing it right now without killing it in the process. So I'll take the Battle Rage. Cult Master can be pretty useful. Abusive Sergeant would also allow me to get that early buff going on with the Amani Berserker. We have another Scarlet Crusader option here. But yeah, we've already got a lot of low mana costs. Let's try to get something in the mid-range. So let's take the Cult Master, get some card draw. Ancient Brewmaster is a great card. Bloodset Raider can be pretty darn good as well. These are all pretty good choices. Is there anything that I have that I would want to bring back to my hand? I mean, yeah, Cruel Taskmaster could be useful for that. Same with Scarlet Crusader. I could trade, or at least remove an enemy minion for the cost of the Divine Shield, and then Ancient Brewmaster it back to my hand so I can play it at a later time. But I think, in the interest of having an aggression deck, I'm going to take the Bloodcell Raider, and hopefully I can get an Arathi Weaponsmith. Armor Smith is not a great... I'm sorry, it's not a bad choice here. Young Priestess could be pretty useful. So what would be better at this point? If we're playing aggression, giving myself armor is probably not the best choice. I think continuing to keep my lower cost minions alive on the field is probably a better choice, plus it gives me a turn 1 play. So we have another Amani Berserker, we have an Inner Rage to trigger the Amani Berserker that we already have. That is a tough choice. I think I'm going to take a second Amani Berserker here. So here we have another taunt to help keep, and it's a low cost taunt. I'm not a huge fan of the Ironford Grizzly, but with what we have so far, it would help keep our Amani Berserker alive. I really like Slam. River Crocodilus is actually not a terrible card because there's not a lot of 2-cost creatures or 1-cost creatures that trade well with this. So if somebody has like a 2/1 Leopard Gnome, for example, the River Crocodilus can kill it and still remain as a threat on the board. But Yeah, I'm gonna take the Grizzly. Get some more taunt. Knife Juggler would be really good for what we have so far as well, so we have a lot of low cost minions. Injured Blade Master is okay, but we have no way of healing him, so it's not reliable, and we don't have any spells really, so Violet Teacher's not a good choice, so I'll take the Knife Juggler. So our 2 cost is getting pretty high. So, I'm not a fan of either one of these cards. Voodoo Doctor is not a great choice. Especially because with the Enrage, I believe if they get healed, it just removes the Enrage ability, so I'll just take the Dark Scale Healer for some late game heal. Dark Iron Dwarf is a great choice. We probably don't need a third Amani Berserker, because we need to start worrying about our mid game. We already have a pretty strong early game from the looks of it. Execute was a great card, but I'm a huge fan of the Dark Iron Dwarf, especially when you're playing an aggressive deck. So we have another Battle Rage option, but I think I'm gonna go with you can get a pretty good trade with the Stranglethorn Tiger, but you can also do that with the Boulderfist Ogre. But with a card this late, you're more susceptible to the heavier crowd controls like Mind Control and things like that. So I think I like the ability to have it stealth, so you can't just immediately target it and remove it from the field. Korkan Elite really works well with the aggressive deck that we're going for, so I think I'll take that. Oh, this would really help. Yeah, I'm taking that right away. It's just an amazing card. We have an option for a second one. Yeah, give me that. So here we have another charge. This isn't great for what we have. We have some taunt utility we could have for the early game to help keep things like the Amani Berserker alive. But the Argent Commander is just such a good card. Usually you can get easy 2-for-1 trades with this. Shield Block is probably a pretty decent option here. It'll give us some armor and some card draw. But if we're playing aggressive, this would be good for just a quick trade if we need to like knock down a taunt early game or anything like that. Yeah, let's go aggressive. Let's do it. Again, Execute's a great card, but I think the Shield Master is a better choice just because of having the ability to have taunt while we're keeping our more valuable damage dealers alive. So we have an option for a third Warsong Commander. We probably don't need a third one in our deck. That'd probably be a little too much. Again, Scarlet Crusader I think will synergize really well with the Warsong Commanders that we already have, so I think I'm going to go with that. And here we have the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, which is also a great choice. But then again, so is the Fairy Dragon. But we are lacking removal. I think we should take at least one to Execute. Because I've passed that up several times, so I think I should take that now. Ooh, we have a Gore Howl. Yeah, it's a great weapon. It gives us a lot of removal. And then we have the Spiteful Smith, which is really good, but Inner Rage. I mean, we have 2 weapons, but Inner Rage could just make our early game even stronger, and that's kind of what we're focused on here, so let's do that. Wow, we're getting some great cards. We probably don't need a second Gore Howl, just because it's such high mana cost, and we don't have a good way of giving ourselves a lot of armor. So I think Brawl would be great in case we lose control of the early game, or things just start to go to hell in the late game and we need to just do a board clear. I think a good solid board clear would be good. I mean, it's a little RNG, but... Alright, so we have the option of a Flesh-Eating Ghoul here, or another Stranglethorn Tiger. I think I'm going to take another Stranglethorn Tiger here. Yeah. We're getting a lot of epics. So we have a Shield Slam, not great because we don't have a lot of like we don't have anything like a Shield Slam or a Shield Block that we could synergize with that. Another Brawl couldn't hurt. Molten Giant I'm not a huge fan of, but it would help our late game out. So like if we're using our weapon to clear out a lot of the bigger minions, it would allow us to play the Molten Giant quicker. Um, mm, we probably don't need a second Brawl. Yeah, I think I will take the Molten Giant for the late game. Wow, another Gorehowl choice here. Big Game Hunter could be pretty useful for removing a huge threat. So I think I would like to have that card in my deck just in case, and I'll just hang on to that if it's in my hand the whole time, unless I can use it as just like a finisher card with a charge or something. And that'll be our last pick, unless we take another Gorehowl, which that's so tempting. Because this would essentially do the same thing as a Big Game Hunter, but it's more mana, but this has more usability. I could continue removing things off the board with it as opposed to this takes one thing out and then maybe it trades with a lesser minion. Yeah, I'll take a second Gorehowl. Alright, so we have pretty good early game, mid game's kind of meh, and then late game's not great, so we pretty much just have to we have to win early and hope for a solid mid game and end it before it goes to the late game. And those Gorehowls and the Brawl will help keep us alive in the late game, hopefully. But my plan is to have my opponent dead before it gets that far. So we'll see what happens. We're against a mage.
You asked for it.
Alright, so we definitely don't need our Gorehowl this early. Cult Master I might hang on to. And I think I'm going to hang on to the Wolf Rider as well, because it'll help me remove something possibly to keep this alive. Alright, so we got a lot of aggression in our hand here.
Hello.
So we can coin Amani Berserker. And we have two of those actually, so we can double Amani Berserker here if we need to.
It's time for a little blood.
Pop some melons, open a door, spin the wheel, turn off that light. Oh, why didn't you hero power the Amani Berserker? That would have been amazing. It's obviously the better play there. Okay, so this just looks like double Amani Berserker to me. He's probably like, God damn it, right now, because I know I would be doing that. Okay, so he plays a secret. That's probably a Vaporize, if I had to guess. Yeah, I think if it's a Vaporize, I will just... Okay, so it's not. It's probably a Mirror Entity. So in this case, I think I would rather just throw down a Wolf Rider and just trade out the Wolf Riders. And hang on to this for, like, if I get an Arcanite Reaper. Yeah, that sounds good. Because this will just get pinged anyway, so... So we've already got some good early damage on him. I have board control. Next turn I can Core Crown Elite. Alright, that's a little annoying. Let's see. I could do that and draw a card. Or... It's a shame I can't play this and synergize together, because then I could remove this. I think what I do is I just Cult Master, because he's going to have to choose basically to kill the Cult Master, which will keep these two alive for another turn. But then I waste the Cult Master because I won't get any card draw. I mean, it's either that or I throw Cult Master and trade, or not trade, but just sack both of these. That doesn't seem like a good idea either. I think I might have to Core Crown Elite and sacrifice one of my Amani Berserkers here. which I'm not a fan of. But you know what? Let's just
Who you want me kill? Who you want me kill?
screw it. Let's just hit him in the face. It's a rushdown deck. Let's just stick with that theme. Because he can only kill one of those this turn. Well. Okay then. Yeah, and he'll freeze me so I can't play a weapon. Well, I could play a weapon, but I wouldn't be able to attack with it. Alright, well that's actually pretty useful. That will allow these guys, at least one of them, hopefully, to stay alive. So... Or I could Stranglethorn Tiger. No, let's put a taunt up just to try to keep some of our guys alive here. And armor up a little bit. And let's hope he doesn't have like an Arcane Explosion, because that would be devastating. Okay, so if he's doing that, he doesn't have a lot of removal left.
For the king!
Okay, so he'll take out the Amani Berserker? No. Why did he do that? I am so confused right now. Why wouldn't you kill the higher damage minion? That is really an odd choice on his part. So here, I think Argent Commander, take out the Water Elemental, hit him in the face. Yeah.
To Northrend! Victory or death! Who you want me kill?
Alright, so we've got him pretty low. We're in that mid-game range, so I need to either finish him off.
The gates are open.
Okay, pulling a Gorehowl would be amazing right now. So we pull a Dark Iron Dwarf, which we could play, and then sack this to clear his board. We wouldn't even have to sacrifice it, actually. And I could get a card out of it, but then he could just ping it, but it would reduce what he could do next turn. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do here.
You call that a win?
So I'll get a card. We get a Shield Bearer, which it's susceptible to a Flame Strike. So, which he very well may have.
Victory or
So I think I'm gonna hang on to it, and if he has a Flame Strike, hopefully he plays it now, because he's getting pretty low. He's gonna at least have to Fire Blast the Argent Commander, without a doubt.
You gotta be kidding!
Okay, so he'll Venture Code Mercenary. Execute's a pretty good option here. I could just hit it, execute it, play the Stranglethorn Tiger, and armor up. Or I play the Shield Bearer and hit him in the face.
I wonder.
I think I go ahead. This is banking on him not having a Flame Strike, though. I feel like I need to remove this, but if the longer I keep it alive, it's going to limit the creatures that he can play as well. So I think I continue the aggressive theme here. I just armor up a little bit, and we'll just hit him in the face. And again, I'm going to save this as like a last-ditch effort taunt, so I'd rather just take the 7 damage at this point. And I need to top deck one of my weapons really bad. Okay, so he'll use that to kill that. And he'll hit me for 7. So I can do 5 damage to him. I need to find a way to do 2 damage. Cruel Taskmaster would have been great there as well, but I think, yeah, this will survive a Flame Strike. Yeah.
I wonder. Tadingo! Yes.
So we'll hit him. Let's get ballsy. Let's bait the flame strike. Fuck it. Bait the flame strike, fire blast combo. Let's top deck a weapon and finish him. There you go. And then I can just execute that thing. We get ourselves Cruel Taskmaster, which would have been great the previous turn, but we'll take you out. We'll play the Shield Bearer. I'm hanging on to this in case I pull a Warsong Commander, and I'll just armor up. And depending on what he does here, he might be dead, because he may look at this as, oh, that won't do anything at all, but I could Cruel Taskmaster and kill him. Which is looking like what's going to happen here. Yep, he's dead. So, I'm liking this aggro deck so far. Quite a bit.
Payback time.
So we got him. Not too shabby at all. That was pretty fun to play. It's pretty solid. I've actually never played a warrior deck that was that aggressive before, so yeah, we'll do another one. That was pretty fun. Why the hell not? It's pretty funny killing somebody with a shield bearer. That was strangely satisfying. Alright, let's see what we have. Against a rogue? I haven't played against a rogue in a very long time.
Watch your back.
Again, Gorehowl wants to be in our hand, but not yet. We have a great turn 1 play here. Well, it's not great actually, because he just weapons, coin weapon, kill it. But if he doesn't, I mean, he's going to. I mean, there's no doubt. There's no reason for him not to do that. That sucks. That really sucks. I don't see a way around it. I have to at least do something. I can't just sit here with an aggressive deck and not play anything. So, oh, he's actually going to play a card from the look of it. Maybe I'll get lucky. Holy shit. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. That sucks so bad for him. Oh, because now I get a great, basically 2 card for 1 trade here. And it hurt him more, and I can just armor up. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been much better if he just used a weapon there, instead of relying on the Mad Bomber. You can't trust the Mad Bomber. Betrayal can never be forgiven. Never forgive, never forget, and other such things. So we play this, it does the 3 damage, he hits it with the weapon, which does another 3 damage. We play this, he hits it with his weapon, takes the shield off, and then maybe I get a minion trade or he uses a battle cry on it and kills it. Or I Warsong Commander, force him to use his removal. And we follow up with a Kor'kron Elite. I think I'm more fond of saving Scarlet Crusader or Warsong Commander for like a turn 6 combo, where I drop this and then I get a charge 3-1 I could get a decent trade with. So I think I'll just do this, do some damage to him. I'd at least like to try to get some value out of this. I don't want to just drop it and it get like backstabbed and then bopped on the head with his dagger. Okay, so he'll just take the damage, which is basically what I was hoping for there. Alright. Ironford Grizzly is actually not a bad option here because that trades pretty much perfectly with that. And I wouldn't have to worry about losing to Kor'kron Elite. But then again, I get the damage and I get a trade with the Kor'kron Elite. Wouldn't be terrible. And then next turn I could Arcanite Reaper to remove whatever he brings out on the board. Yeah. Let's just keep burning him down here. Force him to make this trade if he's going to do it, or he's going to have to play removal on it. And if I take a little bit of damage from these two guys, I'm not really that worried about it. Well, that's unfortunate. But it wouldn't have really changed anything if I had played the Ironford Grizzly. It would have been the same scenario. And at least I got some damage on him. So here we could Stranglethorn Tiger, or we Arcanite Reaper and start clearing the board. I think we Arcanite Reaper. Take this thing out. Leaves him with a 3/3. And next turn I have my decent combo here. Or I could even do it with the charge and just hit him with that damage and the Sinister Strike. And the charge keeps, or the taunt keeps me alive, or my Warsong Commander alive anyway, hopefully. Alright, so he'll do a little bit of damage to me here, which is fine. We pull our Bloodsail Raider. So now we can actually Warsong Commander, Bloodsail Raider. This becomes a 7/3. And we hit him for a fuck ton of damage this turn. Yeah.
What now?
Definitely what's happening.
X marks the spot.
Charge forward!
Okay. So now
Die, landlubber.
you get bonked in the head. You get bonked in the head. And now he's left having to either take more damage to try to kill this thing, or he's gonna have to spend some kind of removal on it. Alright, so he'll use an Assassinate, which uses up pretty much all of his mana, and he's left having to probably just do the trade here, because he's not going to want to leave this on the board, or he's going to be so screwed. Yep, which is fine. It gives me 2 more damage on him. We get ourselves a Shield Bearer. I think what I do here is I Stranglethorn Tiger, just to have it out on the field. And I kind of want to play the Shield Bearer, just so if he pulls like a charge or anything like that. Yeah,
You shall not
I
pass.
think I'll do that. Because I'm pretty low on health myself at this point. About the best thing I could hope for is top decking that Gore Howl. Yeah, sorry buddy, it's stealth, you can't play a card on it.
The gates are open.
So he'll play a Taunt, which trades for the Tiger. Let's see, is there any way around this? Currently, no. It blows, but that has to happen. And at this point, I think I go ahead, toss out Scarlet Crusader, and Ironford Grizzly, and I'll armor up, and I'm going to save him for a combo, and or emergency removal. So, I'm at a huge cards disadvantage here, but I do have board control. Ooh, the Fan of Knives. So hopefully he doesn't have another one of those. I'm hoping he's going to have to dagger remove the Scarlet Crusader, which gives me the damage on him, which is really all I want at this point. Please don't have a taunt. Please do not have a taunt.
I wonder.
Alright. So depending on what I top deck here, he could be dead. Amani Berserker doesn't have charge, but it's still a pretty big threat.
It's time for a little blood.
I think I saved this for the Amani Berserker combo, and I just get some damage on him directly.
Or die.
And armor up. If he doesn't have a taunt, he's dead next turn. Ooh. That was a pretty good play on his part.
Well played.
Wow, so he burned all of his removal. And he's going to hit me pretty decent here. I forgot about Betrayal. I should have placed the Amani Berserker on the other side. So that was unfortunate. And we're in a bad way here now. I could Cruel Taskmaster in a rage. It wouldn't help me, because he could still have a preferential trade. Or not even a trade, he could just kill it. Ooh. He draws even more cards. Please just don't play a taunt and give me one of my damn weapons. That would be amazing. I have 2 Gore Howls, just give me one of them.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Come on, Gore Howl. I need you more than ever. Dark Scale Healer helps us stay alive, I guess. And if I buff this, well, he would have to sacrifice this thing and hit it to kill it, which he's going to have to do in the position that he's in, unless he has removal cards like another Assassinate or like a Sap or anything like that. But we shall see. I'm hoping he just has to spend this turn removing it with his minions. Well, he can't bop it on the head, so... Okay, yeah, he's just trying to kill me now. So we're pretty dead here unless we top deck something actually useful. That helps us stay alive another turn. At this point, do I just enter rage? Let's see. If I enter rage, it's just going to die to one of them. As opposed to... Yeah. Oh man, this is rough. It's a close game. I'm not getting my weapons when I need them. It sucks.
You love my new recipe.
Oh no. Am I dead here? I think I am.
Well,
Yep, he got me.
Well played.
Well, it was close. Almost got him. The only thing I could have done there was got him down to 1 if I had played the Cruel Taskmaster earlier, which still would not have killed him. So, we're 1-1. I'm debating if maybe I need to just hang on to that Gore Howl when I top deck it from now on at the very start of the game. So, I guess we'll see how we do next time, guys. Thanks for watching.